Hello friends, welcome to Study Center. In this video you are going to learn about the motion, which is your 8th chapter from class 9 textbook of science. Since the name of chapter is itself motion, so we must know that what is motion. Motion is a word that you use in your daily life many times. So you say birds are moving, planets are in motion, atoms are in motion, and I told you about the matter in which the particles are the constituent, so they are also continuously randomly moving. So that's how you use the word motion and movement in very frank way. So actually what is motion? Motion is relative. It is very relative. Why it is relative? So an object, if you are watching and observing an object, then it may be appear to you as a stationary, but maybe for some other it may be moving also. So if you see or another person see, the point of view can be different. If maybe you will see and you say that object is in motion, while the another person can say that it is stationary or it is at rest. So hence we can say that motion is relative. It depends on the point of observation from where we are observing, and it depends on observer. Now if we understand the reference point, we must know that I was talking about the reference point. So reference point is something that from where the point from where the observer takes observation. So जहाँ से observer observation लेता है उसको हम reference point बोलते हैं, कि हम जहाँ से बता रहे हैं किसी particular motion, जहाँ से हम बोल रहे हैं कि वो particular object motion कर रहा है, इस speed से कर रहा है. So the point from where we are observing, that point is called reference point. And from physics point of view, motion can be described with the point of view of reference point only, because as the reference point vary, the observation also varies. And if let us take an example. So if you are directing someone and saying that the tree is 2 kilometers west from school, you are saying that a tree is 2 kilometers west from school. So here what is reference point? What is your reference point here? Here school is your reference point. So school will be your reference point over here. Because you are standing in school and you are telling that from school, or maybe you are not standing also, but you are saying that from school. So from school, that is your reference point. You are referring there and you are telling the distance to the tree. Maybe from the tree may be at the distance of larger or smaller from any other place. So it is the reference point. Let us consider an example to understand the better explanation of the reference point. So suppose it is a vehicle which is moving with velocity v. तो एक vehicle है जो velocity v से move कर रहा है और इसके अंदर दो person बैठे हुए हैं. एक है person A and another is person B. Now what is happening over here? Person C is outside, standing outside and on the road. So he is observing, the person C is observing B and the person A is also observing B. So both the persons C and A are observing B. So when A will observe and he will say that the B is in, according to A, what he will say, the B is in rest. So he will say that the object B or the person B is at rest because he is not moving. Why he will say like that? If you are sitting in a bus and you are seeing the passengers with you who are sitting in the bus, you will see them at rest. You will say that they are stationary because you are not seeing them moving. But if any other friend of yours, maybe C, who is watching from outside and he is saying the B, so he will say that B is moving with the velocity v. इस velocity v के साथ movement करता हुआ दिखाई देगा हमें. So what it signifies, इसका मतलब क्या पता चलता है हमें कि यहाँ पे reference point, जो reference point C का है और जो reference point A का है वो different है. तो according to reference point यहाँ पे हमारा जो observation है वो change हो रहा है. That's why that is called reference point. I hope you got understood with this example. If you have any doubt, please tell me. Now, if B is watching A and C is also watching A, then what will be the observations of both B and C? Give me this question of this answer in the comment box. Okay, now when we have understood what is motion and how it is measured and how we say, then how we now have to understand that motion is complex and the types of motions. Why motion is complex? Why I am saying that motion is complex? Because it is very complex. You cannot define an object to be moving or the object to be stationary for permanent position. So it can change with time, with the person, with the reference point, with the position. It is changing continuously. Now we cannot say even the tree which is planted or a building or a Taj Mahal, you can take an example. So you cannot say even Taj Mahal is also not at rest. Why? Because earth is also continuously rotating and revolving. It means earth is also in motion. So with this point of view, Taj Mahal is on the earth, so we can say that Taj Mahal is also not moving. But like the example of bus, that two persons sitting in the same bus will see each other as in rest, they will see each other in rest. That's why similarly the earth is moving, and on that earth we human beings, we persons who are observer, and the Taj Mahal is at the same point, so we are seeing, observing the Taj Mahal to be at rest. That is the difference. Okay, now there are different types of motion. I hope you understood very well. Straight line motion, circular motion, and vibrational motion. Circular motion is very simple. You are moving in a circular path. If you are moving in a circular path, then that is a circular motion. Straight line motion is the simplest motion that we are going to study in this chapter basically. And vibrational motion is the motion that the particles perform in matter or atoms or molecules. That type of motion is vibrational motion. Now we will start motion in a straight line. How we can define the motion in a straight line? So here we have a number line. स्ट्रेट लाइन मीन्स एक स्ट्रेट लाइन में जब हम फिजिक्स या मैथमेटिकल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से उसको एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश करेंगे, सो एंड वी हैव टू यूज़ अ नंबर लाइन. तो हम नंबर लाइन यूज़ करेंगे. तो हियर वी हैव अ नंबर लाइन इन मीटर, मीन्स इट इज़ गिविंग अ डिस्टेंस, and the distance are 0 meter, 10 meter, 20 meter, 30 meter, like this, so on till 80 meter we have. The observer is at O. O is what? O is origin, O is reference point. Reference point, and the Cartesian plane that we called here, it is origin. उसको origin को हम reference point बोलते हैं. जब हम numbers line लेंगे या फिर x axis y axis पूरा Cartesian plane लेंगे, तो वहाँ पे origin हमारा क्या होता है? Reference point होता है. And we have taken some other points also, A, B, C. They are the three different points that we have taken. Now let us understand. Suppose an object O is object which is on the origin and it is moving from O to B. कोई object है जो O से B जा रहा है, तो O से B जाने में कितना distance cover करेगा? OA is 20 meter and AB is 30 meters, 10 meter. So 20 plus 10 will be 30 meters. So distance covered by an object from moving O to B will be 30 meter. Similarly, displacement is also 30 meter. But if we take another example, the example when object is moving from O to C and then coming back to B. अब कोई object है अगर O से B जा रहा है, C जा रहा है और C से वापस B पे आ रहा है. At that time, if we find the distance, तो distance O से C जाने में कितना होगा? 60 मीटर होगा. और again C से B आने में यहाँ पे हम 30 मीटर distance और cover करेंगे. So 60 plus 30, the distance covered is 90 मीटर. So 90 distance cover हो रहा है. पर जब डिस्प्लेसमेंट की बात करेंगे, डिस्प्लेसमेंट क्या होता है? द शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द इनिशियल एंड फाइनल पोजीशन. हम सिर्फ इनिशियल और फाइनल पोजीशन के बीच में डिस्टेंस फाइंड करते हैं. डिस्प्लेसमेंट का मतलब ये है. तो हमारी इनिशियल पोजीशन क्या थी? इनिशियल पोजीशन इज अवर ऑरिजिन, ऑरिजिन इज अवर इनिशियल पोजीशन एंड द ऑब्जेक्ट हैज केम बैक टू बी. सो बी इज अवर फाइनल पोजीशन. तो बी हमारी फाइनल पोजीशन हो जाएगी. That's why the distance between initial and final position is just 30 meters. So displacement will be 30 meter. Okay, now let us understand the definition of distance and displacement. Distance and displacement are two different physical quantities. What are the meaning? Distances describes the overall motion of an object. Overall motion of an object means what? जो पूरा motion कोई object कर रहा है उसमें उसने कितना distance cover किया total. It does not depend on the initial and final position. It just depends how much distance is covered by an object. That is distance. And displacement is just different. It locates the final position with reference to the initial position. तो हम यहाँ पे displacement में final और initial position की बात करते हैं कि initial और final position के बीच में कितना distance हुआ. Initial position से final position में कितनी displacement हुई. Displacement means डिस्प्लेस का मतलब क्या है? कोई चीज़ जगह से अपनी अलग हो जाना. तो जगह चेंज होने को डिस्प्लेसमेंट बोलते हैं हम. तो कितनी जगह चेंज हुई, जस्ट वी हैव टू अज्यूम दैट. डिस्टेंस कवर्ड में हम सारा डिस्टेंस कैलकुलेट करेंगे और जब हम फाइनल डिस्टेंस डिस्प्लेसमेंट फाइंड करेंगे तो फाइनल से इनिशियल सिर्फ शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस. सो डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज बेसिकली द शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस. शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस हम जो लेंगे बिटवीन द इनिशियल एंड फाइनल पोजिशन, दैट इज द डिस्प्लेसमेंट. Now when we have understood the displacement, distance, motion, So let us understand the two different types of motion, uniform and non-uniform. They are the two different types of motion. Now what is uniform motion? If the object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time. तो अगर कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है जो मोशन कर रहा है वो इक्वल इंटरवल ऑफ टाइम में इक्वल डिस्टेंस कवर कर रहा है, मीन्स इफ यू अज्यूम कि अगर हम 2 सेकेंड्स मान रहे हैं तो 2 सेकेंड में अगर वो ऑब्जेक्ट 2 मीटर कवर कर रहा है, then again in next 2 seconds also that object is covering 2 meter only, and like this so on in 2 seconds, in every 2 seconds the object is covering 2 मीटर ओनली. अगर 2 मीटर ही कवर करेगा हर 2 सेकेंड में, इसका मतलब वो मोशन क्या है, यूनिफॉर्म है. मीन्स टाइम और जो इंटरवल उसका टाइम है और डिस्टेंस उसके साथ जो कवर हो रहा है वो चेंज नहीं हो रहा है, वो यूनिफॉर्म है. और जस्ट इसका अपोजिट अगर यूनिफॉर्म नहीं होगा मीन्स नॉन यूनिफॉर्म होगा. एंड नॉन यूनिफॉर्म कैसे होगा, जब डिस्टेंस इक्वल इंटरवल ऑफ टाइम में इक्वल वो डिस्टेंस चेंज होता रहेगा. मीन सपोज कोई ऑब्जेक्ट पहले 2 सेकेंड में उसने 2 मीटर कवर किया, देन नेक्स्ट 2 सेकेंड्स में it covered 5 meters, and then in next 2 seconds it's covered only 1 meter. So like this in every 2 seconds, 2 seconds is constant, and 2 meter, 5 meter, 1 meter, the distance is continuously changing. So it means that the uniform is not, the distance covered is not uniform, or the time is not uniform. At that time that motion is called non-uniform motion. Now to find out that whether the uniform motion is uniform or non-uniform, we have to define the rate. How can we find that the rate of motion is how much? So to define the rate of motion we used speed and velocity. Rate of motion को हम find करने के क्या use करते हैं, speed और velocity का use करते हैं. So here we have average speed. Average speed क्या होती है, speed means किस स्पीड से हम जा रहे हैं, मीन्स टाइम डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड पर यूनिट टाइम. सो एवरेज स्पीड इज द टोटल डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड डिवाइड बाय टोटल टाइम टेकन, कितना टाइम लगा और उसको डिस्टेंस हम डिवाइड करेंगे. एंड इफ एवरेज स्पीड इज डिफाइंड बाय v and total distance by s and time by t, then the formula will be v is equals to s by t. And its units can be, units simply हम find खुद भी कर सकते हैं. s मतलब क्या है, डिस्टेंस है. डिस्टेंस की यूनिट क्या हो सकती है, मीटर हो सकती है, सेंटीमीटर हो सकती है, इट कुड बी किलोमीटर. एंड टाइम कुड बी इन मिनट, it could be in minute, it could be hour, it could be seconds. So like this we can find out the units by its own, but most frequently used units are meter per second, centimeter per second and kilometer per hour. Usually in vehicles we use kilometer per hour, but SI unit is meter per second. What is SI unit? That is a standard unit defined by International Union of Pure and Applied Physics, and that unit is and universally accepted. That type of unit is SI unit. So every physical quantity has an SI unit, so that it is easy for all over the world to define or explain any type of quantity. Now let us study velocity. What is velocity now? You have studied speed. Speed is distance upon time. Velocity is the speed of an object moving in a definite direction. जब हम speed find करते हैं तो there we are not talking about direction. हम सिर्फ इतना बात कर रहे हैं कि कितने टाइम में कितना डिस्टेंस कवर किया. That is simply speed. अब किस डायरेक्शन में किया, अपोजिट डायरेक्शन, बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन, फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन, नॉर्थ, साउथ, ईस्ट, वेस्ट, that we are not defining. So when we define the distance also, at that time the speed is called velocity. जब हम distance साथ में लेके आ जाते हैं तो वो velocity बन जाती है. और जब भी किसी physical quantity में स्पीड के डायरेक्शन भी साथ में आ जाता है किसी भी यूनिट के साथ, देन दैट इज कॉल्ड वेक्टर. उसको हम फिर वेक्टर बोलने लगते हैं. दैट क्वांटिटी इज कॉल्ड वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. नाउ वेलोसिटी, एवरेज वेलोसिटी इज डिफाइंड बाय डिस्प्लेसमेंट पर यूनिट टाइम. पर यूनिट टाइम में कितना डिस्प्लेसमेंट हुआ, दैट इज कॉल्ड एवरेज वेलोसिटी. और एक और फॉर्मूला है, ये दो फॉर्मूले हम डिफाइन कर सकते हैं उसके लिए. ये फर्स्ट फॉर्मूला इज डिस्प्लेसमेंट अपॉन टाइम, दैट यू विल यूज इन न्यूमेरिकल्स व्हेन यू डू. And the another formula is this one, initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. It is simple mathematics that we use to find any average. Average find करने के लिए हम जो use करते हैं simply initial, final और total number of जो quantities है divide by total number of the values, observations. That is the basic formula. So u plus v divided by 2. These both are the same formula. ये दोनों formula same है, ये सिर्फ अलग अलग लिखे हुए हैं just to make you understand, because different books में different जो सिम्बॉल यूज़ हुए होते हैं. तो u इज़ द सिम्बॉल यूज फॉर इनिशियल वेलोसिटी. जो इनिशियल वेलोसिटी के लिए जो हम यूज़ करते हैं उसको u बोलते हैं. एंड v इज़ द फाइनल वेलोसिटी इन दिस फॉर्मूला. And Vi and Vf you can understand, that is initial and final velocity, divide by 2. So these are the two formulas for initial and final velocity and average velocity. So we have studied speed and velocity. Now we have to do the numericals on this formula. So please revise this formula. In the next lecture we will do the numericals for this formula, and they are very very important. So please don't miss the lecture. Subscribe so that you will get notified when my new lecture is released. And if you don't understand, I'm again and again I'm saying, if you have any doubt, then please put it in comment box so that I can know that what are the improvements I need to do with my studies and my study methods.